my stalwart companions, we traveled the long, dark road to the morning, and now here comes the sun. Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do-do. It's all right. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. The happiest, brightest card of the major arcana. Yes, yes indeed. So, let's get this party started by seeing how our companion Mary is shining this week.
The clouds part, and for a moment, everything feels blissful. The sun illuminates our very being. It reminds us of who we are, casting tiny rainbows from every special little facet. It's our squishy childhood selves. It invites us to remember the things that light us up inside. This is your call to return to the joy within yourself. Without welcoming our own joy, how can we share our joy with others? After all, optimism is contagious. As the sun lights our path forward, it cradles us in its warmth. It reminds me of the way my cats seek sunlight. They are fully committed to basking in the sun with every furry little fiber of their being. I encourage you to find the things that make you feel that same way. Let the sun shine on your face and embrace the hope it brings for your future.
Oh, Mary, that was the literal cutest. I hope that all of us can find a buttery patch of sun to curl up in like a kitty today. Trust me, you can always fret later. The world won't explode if you take a cozy little nap. Next, let's go bask in the brilliance of Leah's sun.
After the darkest of nights, now bathed in the light of dawn, dancing on the clouds and kissed by the sun, she glows with golden innocence, bright and full of joy.
Oh, Leah, that was absolutely stunning. So vibrant. Thank you. And how are little Ursula and Kufel doing as they journey up the path to the morning? Through the long, cold night, trudging up the tall, dark mountain they traveled. They were quiet for a long time. Ursula wasn't sure how to break the silence, but she wished to. Oh, Koof. You know, I do need something warm to wear. It is pretty cold tonight. You were right. Kufel didn't really respond. Ursula sighed. I'm sorry that I left you for so long. I couldn't help it, and I needed to go. But I am sorry. You were alone for so long. Kufel's ears drooped. Thank you, Ursula. It was really hard. But I guess I needed it too. I'm proud of you, Ursula. Oh, Kufel. I am so proud of you. Slowly creeping over the mountain, the warm glow of the sunrise shimmered. The sun! Kufel yipped, suddenly looking up and realizing it. And then he rushed toward it. Warm, bright, wonderful. Ursula smiled to herself as she clambered behind her companion. She had never seen Kufel this intense, even when he was carefully mixing the elixir of life. Her dearest Kufel may be a powerful mage now, filled with esoteric knowledge. But in his heart of hearts, she knew his deepest desire was to frolic with the sun. And how Kufel scrambled over the final crest of the mountain. And how Ursula's soul sang to find them greeted by the glory of the newborn sun. And to see Kufel dancing into oneness with it. Kufel, uninhibited. Kufel, fully in the joy of the moment. Kufel, on ecstatic fire. Ursula was of the star, the moon, but Kufel was the sun. And in this precious moment, she knew deep within her heart that this journey had been entirely worth it, now that they had both found their light. They both found their light. I have to admit that as this major arcana journey has unfolded, Ursula has not surprised me. But Kufel? Oh, Kufel. Kufel has. My instinct to include the Fool's Companion throughout the entire story taught me anew that we do not undertake our soul's rebirth alone. Our companions are a vital part of our journey, precisely because they are on their own journey, and we are also part of their rebirth. We experience different archetypes of the major arcana together, and yet we also experience some on our own. But all of our collective experiences and singular experiences are part of the same story. And the point of that story is for us to each discover our own light. And our lights together illuminate our world. And if that doesn't illuminate this entire Tarot project with all of our wonderful companions shining together, well, I don't know what does. And now we shall continue our celebration, dancing with Marion Marou's son, along with the magical music of Erno.
It is the morning after an endless seeming pain. You feel free now, like a child, unburdened. My unconditional love and joy embracing you like a warm hug. Everything seems fresh and bright, everything clear. You are flowing within the radiant, pulsing heartbeat of life, turning, laughing, dancing in the sun.
Oh, Marion and Erno, that was so lovely. Wait, what is this? A surprise? Oh, Marou, let's go ahead and open this gift.
Hello, I'm Marion Marou, and I want to tell you the story of Raindrop Skyward, who wanted to visit the sun. I wrote this story in my early 30s for my then very young children. And a few weeks ago, I told wanderplea of the story, and she asked me if I would like to do this for the sun. I agreed, translated it with much help of Google Translator. I made it easy for me, I have to admit. And who also helped was Leah. I write the lyrics for this project in English, but this translation contains words I did not know before, and I did not know the proper pronunciation. And what I also did not know was the right use of personal articles. But Leah knew, and she helped. And so here it is for you, the story of Raindrop Skyward, who wanted to visit the sun. Once upon a time, there lived a water droplet named Raindrop Skyward. Raindrop Skyward lived in a burrow in the earth, just behind the third crumb on the left. They were a beautiful, perfectly round water droplet, and when the sun shone on them at the right angle, they shimmered in all colors of the rainbow. And Raindrop Skyward loved the sun so much. One day, Raindrop Skyward decided to visit the sun. They packed their hiking bundle, put on their hiking cap as befits a true water droplet, and set off. The first being they met was a blade of grass. Dear blade of grass, I want to visit the sun because I love the sun so much. They said, do you know if I'm still on the right path? Yes, the blade replied kindly. You just have to keep going higher and higher. Raindrop Skyward thanked them and continued their way. After a while, in fact, quite a long while since they had been climbing uphill the whole time, they met a lark. Please, dear lark, said Raindrop Skyward, tell me, am I still on the right path to the sun? I want to visit them because I love the sun so much. Of course, replied the lark. This is the right path. You just have to keep going higher and higher, and then you'll find the sun. Raindrop Skyward was delighted, and in good spirits they climbed higher and higher. They had been traveling for a very long time when they saw another raindrop approaching from afar. When the two stood facing each other, the other raindrop asked them, Hello, what are you doing here? I'm on my way to the sun. I want to visit the sun because I love the sun so much. That's exactly why I am here too, said the other water droplet, because I love the sun so much too. And the two decided to continue the journey together. The higher they climbed, the more water droplets joined them. They all wanted to visit the sun because they all loved the sun so much. New groups kept arriving from all sides. There were more and more and more and more. Soon there were so many water droplets that you and I simply couldn't count them anymore. And they all loved the sun so much. And suddenly the water droplets looked around and were startled. Wherever they looked, they saw only water droplets. Where has the sun gone? They asked each other. We want to go to the sun because we love the sun so much. And everyone became sad and began to cry. Suddenly, Raindrop Skyward had an idea. Perhaps, they said, the sun loves us so much too. Perhaps they have decided to visit us. And perhaps they are down on earth right now, while we are up here and looking for us. Perhaps we should go straight back to the earth. All raindrops became cheerful again and tumbled straight down to earth as fast as they could. It's raining, people say. And when they got down, what did they see? The sun was shining high in the sky, and the journey had to begin all over again. And so it goes on and on, because everyone who loves the sun so much never gets tired of searching for them. Only sometimes someone realizes that perhaps right now I can't see them. They are very close.
Ooh, I adore that story so much. The first time Marion mentioned it was in her email about the star, and I was instantly enamored. Also, I have to say, the gifts that Marion sprinkles in her emails that accompany her art submissions are very dear to me. It is hard for me to resist the temptation to just read them out verbatim in these videos. Marou's deep well of awen fills me with such delight. With my entire heart, Marou, thank you. And so, now that we have gloried in the sunlight, we hear the clarion call of a trumpet, and the clouds gather. It is the time of judgment, but be not afraid, as judgment shall place us at the center of the world. If you would like to join us on our tarot journey, it is never too late. Information is in the description box below. I would like to give the sunniest of thank yous to our brilliant companions, Leah, Marion Marou, Erno, Mary, Ethan, Natura of the Mists, Joanna, George, and my beloved Alex. Join us next week for Judgment. And until next time, see y'all later. Bye.